hectic in here. Cliff right here. Currently not on a trail. That's a big spider. Get off, and there are so many untouched bouldering areas. Tricky spot, I'm afraid. That's a giant spider. I might be cursing myself a little later. Real steep right there. A little bit tough to get to, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Oh God. Holy cow. Welcome back for another adventure here in Western North Carolina. Today we're outside of a little town called Blowing Rock. It's near Boone area where Appalachian State is. The trail at this point has pretty much grown over. So I had to come down this hill, hop this log, and then basically go lateral across this hill right here, and then slide feet first into the water. I'm probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes into this thing, and got a nice big scratched up leg right there from sliding into the rocks. So what we're gonna do, again, we're gonna go explore this creek. It looks like there's a lot going on right here. There seems like a lot of downed trees and debris and things like that. So we'll see how this goes. My goal is to go down this creek, try to find this waterfall that we had been at before. Thank you for being here. Here we go. Hopefully you're enjoying the journey. If this video brings value to your life, please subscribe for weekly adventures, like the video, and comment below. I'd love to hear from people. This place is beautiful, but it looks like it might be full of some treachery out here. This is an area that was also hit by Hurricane Helene. Not as bad in this part as it was down in like Avery County, down into Asheville kind of area, Burnsville, that area and stuff. But all of this is just storm debris that, you know, anywhere there's creeks in this area, a lot of them are just demolished and ruined and all that stuff. So I just have to pay close attention out here. Oh goodness. Well, oh boy. Yeah, full of treachery. Stepped down onto a big stick that was kind of right there, and that stick broke and just post hole down into this hole right here. Luckily there was nothing in there. That's the way it just came through right there. Gee whiz, man. That's treacherous as can be. All of this rock is wet. Beautiful. Nice little waterfall here to start the day. Looks like another cool waterfall right here. Standing on top of a gigantic tree trunk. It looks like it's been here for I don't know how long. I had to go underneath that down tree and slid butt first down that rock, and then slid down this rock into this little area here. It's really awesome, but I'm a little afraid I'm stuck. At least to go down. There's a sizable drop right there down into the rest of the creek. Pretty big rock face right here. Can't get down there, it's real slippery, and that rock goes directly underneath the cliff. Over here, it looks really beautiful right there. It'd be great. I'd love to see what it looked like underneath that, but it's a sheer drop down here to these rocks right here, and certainly that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna see what I can do to find a way down, and that's how it goes sometimes. If we can't get any further, then maybe this will just be our meditation spot, and we'll work our way back up the trail right here. But I'll give you an update here in just a second. This place has been pretty hectic. So I had to go back up that little waterfall, over this tree, through this little hole, down into this area here. Finally a spot where I can get the camera back in my hands. So hopefully we can get through this little area right here now. I'm able to finally come out underneath all this other stuff. So hopefully we'll get a good view of that waterfall that we were looking at up there. I can feel my heart racing with all the excitement. This is not the waterfall that we were looking for, which makes it that much more exciting. Don't recall any of this part of the creek at all, but you just stumble upon these gems out here in the wilderness. I mean, it is just incredible. Hopefully you can see it in the camera right here. There is a rainbow inside this waterfall right now. That is just fantastic. I don't know if you can see it on the video right there, but that whole area is just covered in debris and down trees and very narrow. It also looks very, very steep in there. That doesn't really feel like the safest decision for me right now. Getting down here to this area was really kind of treacherous, and I'm a little worried about getting back up, to be honest. So what we're gonna do is, we got a cool rock right here behind me, great waterfall that we found. This is where we're gonna do our meditation session for today. Anyone who wants to join me for the meditation, that would be fantastic. We're gonna do 5 minutes of meditation. I'll set my phone for 6 minutes. I'll go sit on the rock for just a little bit, kind of get settled, and then we'll do 5 minutes of meditation out here. If you don't want to join for the meditation, no big deal. Hopefully you could just enjoy the waterfall and the creek sounds out here in the woods. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for joining me for another mindful adventure here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that meditation session like I did. That was fantastic. We didn't make it to the waterfall that we were searching for today, but we did find a cool new one out here in the woods. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that. I went down the creek a little ways and it just really doesn't look passable, to be quite honest. Lots of debris and all sorts of stuff. I'm also genuinely concerned about the treachery that it's gonna be to get back up this creek to where my car is. I'm gonna start heading in that direction. I'll film what I can and maybe I can show you guys what we're going through to try to get back up there. Everybody out there knows how YouTube works. I'd love for you to subscribe for weekly videos and adventures. That would be fantastic. Please smash the like button below, and I'd love to hear anyone's comments. Get out there and explore. Enjoy the day. All right, well, I made it back to the car. That was bonkers. I had to bushwhack through a creek. I actually had to get on top of a couple downed trees in order to just get through all the brush that was down. Then I checked my map just to kind of confirm where I was. Basically had to take a hard right. Kind of came out into like a little open area and could see the trail that I had intended to be on the first time. And it is completely overgrown. You can't even get through there. You'd have to bring a saw and chop down all sorts of stuff. So I made it back to the car. I'm thankful about that. Today did kind of get me though. I don't know what people will be able to see or care in the thing, but man, I got eaten up today. A lot of nice scratches and such. So always a good time. See you in the next one. Thank you.